morning, dear students. As you can see, that for today's class, I have written some series on the board. Which is series? Series is a numbers, arrangement of numbers that follows certain pattern. Series can be of the uniform. It is of the natural numbers, even number, odd numbers, multiples, and different types of series. Here, first series which I have written is a series of natural numbers or counting numbers. This type of numbers you are doing since nursery class. In nursery you were doing the counting 1, 2, 3, 4, so on. And now this type of numbers you named it in 6th standard that they are called natural numbers. And second, I have only written one more series. It is series of even numbers. It is series of even numbers. Now, the third one, it is odd numbers. Here, it is a table of 5, or you can say they are multiples of 5. They are multiples of 5. What about this series? It's not even number, odd numbers, they are not following particular pattern. Are they? Yes, they are following a pattern. They are squares of natural numbers. It is 1 square, it is 2 square, it is 3 square, 4 square, 5 square, 6 square. These are all squares of natural numbers. And other series, it is 1 cube, 2 cube, 3 cube, and so on. So it is cube of natural numbers. Out of all these series, some series, let us say the difference between the consecutive term. We will subtract the previous term from the next term. It is 1, 1, 1, 1, and 1. Here it is 2, 2, 2, 2, and 2. 2, 2, 2, 2. Again, it's 2 every time. Here it is 5, then again 5, again 5, again 5. But in this type of series, it is 3, then it is 5, then it is 7, then it is 9, then it is 11, and so on. Similarly, in the last series also, it is 7, and then it is 19, and then it is 37, and so on. Main point to be noted in that in some series the difference between the consecutive term is remaining same, while in others difference is not same, it is changing. If the terms are such that it remains difference between the two consecutive terms remain same, like in first series, second, third, and fourth. All these series in which the difference between consecutive terms remains always same, it is known as arithmetic series. It is known as arithmetic series. In arithmetic series, we follow a pattern such that we can start with any number and we can move on further by adding a particular number to the previous number. By adding a particular number to the previous number. For example, if we take this series multiples of 5, we are adding 5 to 5, then again adding 5 to 10, then again adding 5 to 15, then again adding 5 to 20, and we are getting the results further. So, students, the topic which we are going to start today, it is progression or AP series. Arithmetic progression इनको इसीलिए कहते हैं because we are using the arithmetic operations. This is the first basic arithmetic operation, that is addition. Four basic fundamental mathematical operations are addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Here comes the definition of the arithmetic operation: a sequence in which the difference obtained by subtracting any term from its preceding term. By subtracting difference of obtained by subtracting term from its preceding term is same throughout. और जो चीज हमेशा सेम रहती है उसके लिए हम क्या वर्ड और यूज करते हैं? We use the word constant. It remains constant is called an arithmetic progression. It is called an arithmetic progression. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It is arithmetic progression. Here the difference between any two consecutive terms is always 2. हमेशा 2 रह रहा है, change नहीं हो रहा, so it is an 8. Now, difference same रह रहा है, because difference is always same. We can say it like this: 2, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22, small. Difference is remaining same, or we can say that we are adding a particular term. That is particular. What is particular here? That difference, 4. We are adding 4 to every term to get the next term. We are adding 4 to each term to get its next term. This difference, which is common to all, known as common difference. In AP, we call it as common difference, and we denote it by D. And we denote it by D. And the term, first term from where we are starting the progression, that is denoted by A. So here in this AP, A is 2 and D is 4. Here in this AP, A is 2 and D is 4. So this AP can be written as A plus D, A plus 2D, because first time we are adding 4, second time when we are moving from this to this, first term to third term directly, we are adding 4 2 times. So it is A plus 2D, again it is A plus 3D and so on. We denote the number of the term, that is the position of the term, by writing the subscript. First term is A1 or T1, second is A2, third is A3, fourth is A4. Now in these terms, we are generalizing that for first term, that is A1, it is A. Or we can write it like that: A plus 0D. That means we are not adding any difference. A particular difference which we are adding to any term to get the next term. For the first term, that is only A, we are not adding any difference. In the second term, it is A plus D, or we can write it as A plus 1D. In the third term, it is A plus 2D. In the third term, it is A plus 2D. So on, A4, it is A plus 3D and so on. So you can see that in every term is obtained by adding D to the previous term. पिछले टर्म में D ऐड कर देंगे तो हमारे पास क्या आ जाएगा? नेक्स्ट टर्म. Adding d to the previous term will get the next term. So if we want to generalize the term, then general term for this progression will be given as, we can generalize. In each term we are having a plus 0, 1, 2, 3, so on. The number of term and the number here, there is difference between of these two is 1. जो टर्म है उससे एक कम d ऐड होता है. In first term we are adding 0d, in second term we were adding 1d, in third term we were adding 2d, so on. So nth term we are adding n minus 1, and this is the formula for finding the general term of any progression. When we are to find the general term of the progression, what we will do, we will apply this formula to find the general term. Or in some questions, it may be like this: you are given the general term and you are to find a or n or d. Something is required in that question also. The first term of AP is denoted by A, and the common difference which is common around whole series, it is denoted by B, and the general term is denoted by AN. So AP is written as A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, so on. So we have derived the formula for the general term. It is An is equal to A plus n minus 1d. Let us do one question related to this. Here it is given an AP 10, 7, 4 and so on. What is the first term here? 10. What is the first term here? 10. And what is the difference between two consecutive terms? It's 3. It's not 3, it's minus 3. Because we are to subtract the first term from the second term. Here first term is 10 and second term is 7. So 7 minus 10 is minus 3. So here what is the difference, or d kya hai? Minus 3. Here d is minus 3. And what is A? A is 10. So A 10 and d is minus 3. And we have to find 8th term. What will be the 8th term? What will be the 8th term? Formula is An is A plus n minus 1d. Here n equal to 8. N is 8. So A8 will be A plus 8 minus 1d. That is A plus 7. 8th term में d कितनी बार ऐड होगा? 7 times. So A8 is A plus 7d. Here A we are given as 10 plus 7 and d is equal to minus 3. So it is 10 minus 21, that is minus 1. So which is the 8th term of this series of progression? It is minus of 11. Here I want to share one story of a great mathematician Frederick Gauss. सबने नाम सुना होगा mathematician Gauss का क्या? Who was Gauss? He was a famous mathematician. Once upon a time he was in elementary school and he was a naughty boy, and as a punishment teacher gave him a task. Teacher teacher gave him a task to add the numbers 1 to 100. Add all the numbers from 1 to 100. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 so on. Add करते जाओ 100. But he was naughty, but he was very intelligent also. He gave the answer to the teacher in just a minute. Ma'am, this will be the answer. Teacher was shocked. He was naughty boy and he gave the answer so quickly. For an elementary student, adding numbers from 1 to 100 is not a simple task. So teacher asked him, how you added these numbers? He replied, ma'am, I was to add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 so on till last we have 96, 97, 98, 99 and 100. This we want to add. Now I started like this. I added first number last. It was sum of these two numbers was 101. Then I added second to second last, again sum was 101. Then I added third number to third last, again sum was 101. So just like adding this, I was getting 50 pairs of 101. I got 15 pairs of one numbers whose sum was 101. So when I multiply 15 to 101, the answer was obvious, 5050. It was a story of a great mathematician when he was a primary student, where students don't know different formulas, but they have a great intellect. They can think out of the box and they can derive different things. On the basis of this story, our next derivation is of finding the sum of the AP. We will use this method of box to find the sum of the AP. Suppose we have an AP. Not necessarily it will be numbers from 1 to 100. They can be any numbers, any AP, and we have to find its sum. Then what we will do? Firstly, we will write that AP. When we have to add, we will denote it by S. First term A1, then A2, then A3, and so on. In the end, we will have A plus n minus 2d plus A plus n minus 1d plus last term will be an, that is A plus n minus 1d. In the next step, we will write the formulas. It is A n minus 2, A n minus 1, and A. In the next step, we will put the values. Or second thing, can we write this AP in the reverse order? Whether you add 2 plus 3 plus 4 or you add 4 plus 3 plus 2, is it any difference between these two sums? No, because we know that addition is commutative and commutative property holds under addition. We can write this AP in the reverse order. It will be AN plus AN minus 1 plus AN minus 2, so on. It will be AQ A square A. Using the Gauss property, we will add the two APs. What we will get? A1 plus AN plus A2 plus AN minus 1 plus A3 plus AN minus 2 plus so on. Last minus 2 plus a2 plus an plus a. Now can take any of this bracket what we have taken. Let us take the first one. What is a1 plus a? A plus, what is the value of a? An? A plus n minus 1d. So it is equal to 2a plus n minus 1d. Next, a2 plus an minus 1. It is a, what is a2? It is a plus d. An minus 1, a plus a n minus 2d. When you will add, you will get it 2a plus n minus 2d, 1d. It will be again n minus 1. So as you will proceed like this, you will be getting each term is equal to 2a plus n minus 1d. Each term is equal to 2a plus n minus 1d. And how many times this term is appearing? How many times? We have started from a1 until an. That is, this term is repeating n times. So 2sn is equal to n times 2a plus n minus 1d. 2a plus n minus 1d. If you take this 2 to that side, you will be getting Sn equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d. This is the formula for finding the sum of AP. This is the formula for finding the sum of AP. In this you can see that we can write this formula in one more way. We can write this formula in one more way, that is, we have arrived at Sn equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1 into, can you break it like this? A plus n minus 1. A plus n minus 1t. Now what is this a plus n minus 1t? This a plus n minus 1d we have done, it is equal to what? An. It is equal to an. N by 2 is a plus a. So this is one more formula for Sn, that is n by 2 first term plus last term. This last term can also be denoted by L. You can write it n by 2 a plus. One formula is in terms of a and d, Sn equal to n by 2 2a plus n minus 1t, and the second one is n by 2 a plus n. So we have derived two formulas for Sn. One is n by 2 2a plus n minus 1d, and the other one is n by 2 a plus n. We have derived. Now let us look at one example related to this equation. Example is, you are given a progression minus 37, minus 33, minus 29, so on, and you are to find the sum of first 12 terms. Very important is, firstly you find out what is A, what is D, and then you will proceed. Now in this question, what is A? First term A, it is minus 37. And difference कैसे निकालेंगे? minus 33 minus 37. Minus 33 plus 37 is equal to 4. So here D equal to 4 and N is 12. We have to find the sum Sn. Sn will be n by 2, 2a plus n minus 1. When you will solve it, you will be getting minus 80. S12 will be n by 2, 2a. What is a here? Minus 37 plus n minus 1, 11, d 4. So here it will be 6. What is 2 into minus 37? Minus 74 plus 11 into 4, 44. So it will be 6 into 30 minus 30, which is equal to minus 1. 6 into minus 30, it is equal to minus 180. So here it is the sum of the progression. Now we'll do one important question which includes both the formulas which we have done today. And that question is, find the sum of all 3-digit numbers. Find the sum of all 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. Which are divisible by 7. Which is the first number which is with 3-digit number and divisible by 7? Least 3-digit number कौन सा है? 100. It's divisible? No. Then 101? No. 102? No. 103? No. Then 104? 104? No. 105? Yes. So first number, 3-digit number which is divisible by 7 is 105. Next will be 112, obviously 1119 and so on. Now what will be the last number which will be divisible, last 3-digit number divisible by 7? Last 3-digit number is 999. When you divide it by 7, you will be getting 7, then 29, 4, 28, 1, 19, 2, 14, 5. Now can you tell me what will be the number which will be divisible by 7, greatest 3-digit number divisible by 7? इस तरह क्वेश्चन 6 स्टैंडर्ड से करते आ रहे. Greatest 3-digit number divisible by 7. 999 is not that number, but when you will subtract this 5 from 999, it will be the number which is divisible by 7. So last 3-digit number which is divisible by 7, it is 994. Now we have to find all 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. We have listed these numbers. Now here A is 105, D equal to 7, and what is N we don't know, but we know that AN is 990. What is the formula for AN? It is A plus N minus 1 D. It is equal to 994. Here A is 105 plus N minus 1 into 7 is 994. This 105 when moved that side it will be, subtract 105 from 994, it will be 889. Now what is n minus 1? 889 divided by 7, it will be equal to 7 1 7, 18, 2, then 7. So n minus 1 is equal to 127. So n equal to 128. So here there are 128 terms which are divisible by 7. The second part of this question is you are to add them all. How many terms you are to add? 128. If you will be adding this term without the AP or without any formula, it's a big task. But with formula it's so simple. We will be using the formula Sn equal to n by 2. Here we know the last term, so we will be using the formula A plus L or An. N is 128 by 2. A is first term 105, last term 994. It is equal to 64 into 1099 into 64. 1099 into 64. And when you will be multiplying it, you will be getting 70336. It is the sum of all numbers, all 3-digit numbers which are divisible by 7. Let us recapitulate what we have done today. If An is there, then the common difference is D is An minus 1. Sn is given, then nth term can be find out. These are some different things which we can add to this question. And if ABC are in AP, then 2B is A plus C. Thank you and have a nice day.